Hi guys, welcome back to London. Tonight I want to make a video about festive lights on London's Strand and Villiers Street, which connects the Strand to the riverbank, the embankment. I was going to start it on the embankment, but what I wanted to start off by saying was, because there's been, this year the area's been long renowned for lighting innovation. So it was one of the first areas to get electric street lighting, the embankment. Until then it was gas lighting, but rather than just telling you that and expecting you to imagine what that's like, here in London I can show you. Now these lamps here were once gas. They've been converted to electricity, but a lot of London streets are still lit, not a lot, a handful still lit entirely by gas, so I can show you what it's like. The focus will go badly doing this. One, it's misty. Two, I've done this before, and modern cameras don't like gas light for some reason, so it freaks them out, a bit like it's their nemesis, a bit like if you put it in front of certain fluorescent bulbs, they strobe. It's yeah, it's weird, but yeah, I can show you the difference between electric light and streets lit by gas lamp here. It's much darker now. It's quite a light night. There's a moon tonight, so it's not too bad, but this is where it changes. So that side of the street there is lit by electricity. This side of the street are gas lamps, and this pathway here, if we walk through the park, is lit exclusively by gas. And if there's not a moon like tonight, you can, all the lights serve to do is show you the direction. You can't see people, you can't see where you're going, you can barely see a meter in front of you. Tonight it's not so bad, but yeah, this is one of the gas lamp streets. Now you can see me on screen, but you can also see that the sky is pretty light tonight. If that was dark, you really wouldn't be able to see me. Yeah, you can hardly see people walking past me. As we get further in, it'll get a little bit darker. When we get further in, I'll see if I can get the camera to focus on the element and the mantle. You might be able to see a pilot light from one of these gas lamps, but yeah, it gets super spooky when it's pitch black. So yeah, switching from gas to electricity was a big step forward. This was back, I think it was I'm going to say the 1870s, and yeah, slowly but surely London converted from gas to electricity, but certain parts still haven't. So yeah, you can hear people walking towards you before you can see them. It's very different. Luckily the bridge over the lake in the middle is lit by electricity. Avoid accidents. Those two nearly walked into me because they're walking out of the electric lights into the pitch black. It takes a little while for your eyes to adjust to the darkness. So I don't know if you can make out, there's a mist, a fog on the lake. That is Buckingham Palace. That is the London Eye, where we're headed now. see if you can make out the mantle of one of these lamps. No, not at all. It's too misty, and it doesn't like them anyway. Right, enough of the past. Let's get back to the future. The embankment, which is that way, and modern electric street lighting. Okay, come down to the London Eye, well, the north bank of the river opposite the London Eye. You can see it's kind of shrouded in a mist this evening. Focus might go a little bit weird doing this. Yeah, this is where I was going to start, and I was going to tell you that this was the first part of London to switch from being lit by gas, these gas lamps here, to being lit by electricity. And as you saw from the difference earlier, it's much electric lights provide a lot more light. So yeah, the reason that's relevant is this year the lights on Villiers Street and Strand are being lit, well, they're being powered by alternative energy. So they're taking cooking fat and oil from London's restaurants, turning it into biofuel and using that to power the Christmas lights here. The lights themselves, not going to big your hopes up, and not that spectacular, but I guess it's just an interesting story about the innovative way they're being powered. Originally, before they built this, the riverbank was probably a good few metres that way. In fact, these buildings here would have backed directly onto the river, and the Strand where we're heading was home to a load of mansion buildings, and their gardens ran down to here and would have had moorings, so river access into their gardens. And there is in fact one left. There's the garden gate of York Mansion. It's in the it's on the edge of Embankment Gardens and the yard that Gordon's wine bar uses. Get killed here. I can show you. We can go to the Gordon's wine bar and I'll show you the like, it's like a, yeah, the garden gate, the river mooring from the 1600s, landlocked quite a few metres from where the river is now, since that embankment was built. We've got Gordon's wine bar. Can't drink a whole bottle of wine. Well, I could drink a whole bottle of wine. It'd be very festive. What is festive? Sherry? It's the kind of thing your grandmother drinks at Christmas. Port. Let's get some vintage port and I'll show you the gate. So yeah, here's Embankment Tube, walk straight through there, come out to where we were. This is Villiers Street, and the first of the lights that will be lit by the biofuel. Pretty simple string of lights, garland, but yeah, you can see how far from the river we are now. And the old garden gate, the river gate, is effectively just out here. I'll show you. This is Gordon's wine bar. There's videos on there's a video on my channel about Gordon's. It's great. The entrance is now down the side, along with the garden gate. to Gordon's. Do amazing big plates of cheese. I made a video before. I'll get a port and go and take a look at the gate.
There's no wrong way.
Okay. Quite a large beaker of tawny pork. Show you the gate. Very good.
The structure I keep referring to as a garden gate is the York Water Gate, built around 1626 to provide river access to a mansion house on the Strand at the time named York House. Construction of the new river embankment began here in 1865 and was completed in 1870, landlocking this gate about 150 metres from the River Thames, and being on the edge of embankment gardens, making it look very much like a very grand park gate.
No, it's not going to stay on there. Yeah, that is one of the old mansion houses that would have been up there. Was its river access. As you can see, Gordon's soup pot over there, quite cool. The wine's good, the food's great. Huge plates and platters of cheese and cold meats in there. Good stuff.
Gordon's Wine Bar was established in 1890, making it London's oldest surviving wine bar. There are far older pubs and taverns, but Gordon's lays claim to oldest wine bar. The building and cellar that Gordon's call home was another victim of the embankment being built just like York Gate was. It had been a warehouse enjoying river access at a time when the river was a major transport route until the embankment was built. So after becoming landlocked nearly 150 metres from the river, the upper floors became accommodation and the cellar a bar.
Without all this additional seating outside, this is effectively a street. They'll be finished. They won't be finished, but you couldn't fit anywhere near. This lot would not fit inside that cellar. You've got heaters under there as well. So even on cold winter's nights, it's a great spot. It was larger than I thought it was going to be, this port. Should have got small. I think, although I don't think there's much difference, I think a small is like 130mm and a large is 150mm. I only came here to look at the gate. In case you're wondering, and you're not sure, port's just wine. They fortify it, usually with brandy. Makes it stronger and sweeter, which is why it's festive. Generally get two types, aged in wood or bottles. Wood. Right.
I'll go in the middle, no?
And get out of it. Fight the crowd. Christmas lights. Okay, quick pit stop, port stop. Right, this is Villiers Street, home of Gordon's Wine Bar. links the embankment to the Strand where we're headed. The same family also own this bar here. Villiers. I think it features in the other Gordon's Wine Bar video I made. But right, I'm going to fight through this crowd and we'll check out the Strand.
We haven't, but we have like
We get rich and God hates the
Okay, this is the Strand. Originally there would have been a mansion here and the end of its garden would have been that gate we just came from. We'll go and check out, get a closer look at the Christmas decorations. Maybe I'll walk up as far as the Savoy and yeah, we'll go check out the Savoy. Again, it was one of when it was built, it was like one of the first luxury hotels here in London. So again, innovation. They had the new modern, at the time, the most modern technology, electric lights lighting the embankment. And then the Savoy joined in, got electric lights. And there was another, I think it was one of the first to have ensuite bathrooms. Hard to imagine a world without them, eh? But yeah, we'll go up there. We could go in the Savoy, but I'm not sure I'll get much change out of 20 quid for a drink, so maybe we'll go. They have a pub in their former coal cellar called the Coal Hole. Maybe we can pop in the Coal Hole. But yeah, this is the Strand's Christmas lights. This year, lit by all biofuel. There's not a lot to them really. Christmas baubles, and you may not be able to make it out, but in the centre one there are sort of symbols of theatre, because this is very much London's theatre district. It's home to the street itself is now home to a number of theatres. See there? Hugely popular, especially at weekends. The Savoy's got its own theatre as well. Just down the side, down the entrance roadway on the right hand side. Right, they'll all be super popular with their Christmas performances going on. Might even, I don't know, some of them will have specific Christmas shows and some will have panto. Let's go. Let's support. Okay, that is the coal hole, former coal cellar of the Savoy Hotel. It used to be, the bar area in the basement actually used to be part of the pub. It's now, I think it probably still is, but they try and sell it as a separate dining area. But it's the Savoy Hotel itself. Now, if you like and subscribe, maybe soon I'll be able to afford to go into the American bar and we can have cocktails in luxury hotels. But for now, we're in the former coal cellar of the luxury hotel. Top floor there's a pub. We'll head down here into the basement.
He's gonna take that
Never gets that.
Yeah. But it's a permanent position, so like a lot of other ones when you lap on my position is purely permanent. Oh yeah. Well, that might be. And I don't know any brands, anyone, anything.
Pounds of dollars.
Meantime, London Ale out. It's snug. It's freezing outside.
You get quarterly bonus. Pounds.
Okay, that was the coal hole. I'm pretty sure this stairway here at the back leads to the regular top floor pub. I'll show you that while we're here. Two birds, one stone. Downstairs. I had to find my way out. I was trying to buy a drink up there. I was just getting acclimatised to the warmth of the coal hole cellar and back out into the freezing cold. Right. I hope you enjoyed this trip. Where did we even begin? St James's Park. St James's Park, the London Eye, Gordon's Wine Bar, Villiers Street. A look at this year's Christmas lights on the Strand, powered by old cooking fat and oil from London's restaurants, and the Savoy Hotel's pub and wine bar, the coal hole. So I call it a night there. Hope you enjoyed it all, and until next time, toodles.